Now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
All right, Ken, thanks very much. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, where you make the call. It's simple. All you got to do is call 412-575-2600 and call. Air your opinions about the events going on in Pittsburgh sports or national sports, depending on how big they are. Or you can also tweet us tonight at KDPomp, at RonCookPG, as we talk about what looks like now a Game 7 coming up here, Ron, of Tampa Bay, Washington, 2-0 Capitals. Vegas sits and wait. What a great story for Vegas, huh? Not only does Marc-Andre Fleury lead this team, and he, make no mistake, is the backbone, but Ryan Reeves now, the stick is headed to the Hockey Hall of Fame. Who would have thought that?
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't. I didn't see any of this coming. Man, I'm really rooting for Washington. Tonight and then also in Game 7 Wednesday night if it gets that far. I would love to see Fleury and Ovechkin one more time. Ovechkin, poor Ovechkin, has to think like he's conquered his demons by beating the Penguins. But he still has to beat Fleury. Fleury beat him in 2009, stopping him on that breakaway in Game 7. Beat him in 2017 last year, 2-0 in Game 7. I would love to see Fleury Ovechkin in Game 7. I mean, in a final series.
It would be fun. I'll tell you one thing. Alex Ovechkin has been tenacious this entire postseason.
He's a great player.
And tonight, more than any night, I mean, he has thrown his weight around, his energy, and that's just the way he plays. You may not like him, but he's got a great shot. He's sort of a one-trick pony that way, but he always is going to give you his best physical effort. And this team tonight rallied around him and that effort, I think. And, you know, Tampa Bay knew they had one more home game if they so chose. And Washington came out, like a lot of teams that are desperate in that situation, and force.
And Holtby's pitched a shutout so far. Yeah. Made the saves he's got to make. You know, my heart tells me I would love to see Ovechkin versus Fleury, but my head tells me it's still going to be Tampa Bay, Vegas. But I didn't see Vegas coming here by any stretch of the imagination, and I don't think anybody did, Bob.
No, well, they have a bunch of guys from other teams who have really stepped up and had career years. We talked a lot about Jonathan Marchessault, talked a lot about William Karlsson, but what about Alex Tuch, a guy Minnesota let go? Every team had to let somebody good go. They all get together, and under the good coaching of Gerard Gallant, here they are playing a really good 200-foot game, making life as easy as you can in front of Marc-Andre Fleury. So it's a great story.
Bob, let me ask you this. Now, I wrote about this in the PG tomorrow. More and more people were saying, oh, they should have kept Fleury, not Murray. Do you subscribe to that theory?
I'm never going to subscribe to that because we were here at the time. And those are the same people who likely back. How many times, Ron, have we done this show where we took calls about Fleury?
Man, you and me defended him more than anybody.
We defended him all the time because I really liked what he is. He's a goaltender. Most goaltenders are going to have up and down. Holtby lost his job, got it back. It's the way it is. But they had a decision to make. They made the decision.
Younger and
why
cheaper.
would you give a 10-year younger goalie, cheaper, who won 2 cups, an opportunity to leave? That doesn't make any sense.
No.
But I do think. Let me ask you this question.
But in short term, it's worked out better for Vegas this year.
It has. Let me ask you this question. Next 3 years from now, Fleury in Vegas, Murray here. Who has a better?
I'm going to say Murray next year will be better. He had a lot of personal issues, the death of his father, couple injuries this year. He's still 24 years old. I think he's going to bounce back big time. I'm rooting for Fleury. I hope he wins the Stanley Cup. He's a great kid, great guy, but they made the absolute right call by going with Murray over Fleury. Although now you wonder, it looks a little different.
They would have been skewered had they done the opposite and let Matt Murray go. Any gold would have taken Matt Murray just because he's 23 and had that kind of
cheaper
postseason run.
$2 million less under the cap.
All right, we'll also talk about the other issue, and that's Pittsburgh baseball. And they're coming off a 3-game losing streak to the Padres, and they had games they could have won, Ron. They did not win. They had a collapse yesterday in the 9th inning. But Austin Meadows, a very good debut in the weekend. A lot of people already looking ahead, and this is what shows like this are for. If Gregory Polanco continues to struggle, would you at all consider giving Meadows an opportunity ahead of him in right field?
Well, not for a while. I mean, I think Meadows goes back to the minors as soon as Starling Marte gets back. It's a short sample, 3 games. Yeah, Meadows showed everything, what he can do, that home run yesterday, to get them back in the game when they were down 4-1. I'm not quite ready to anoint him as an everyday player yet. I don't think they're going to give up on Polanco yet. He's signed to a long-term deal. He's shown some flashes. Not nearly enough. I'll agree with that.
All right, we're due for a break. We'll take it right now. It's 412-575-2600. If you would like to air your opinions, do it right here live on Pittsburgh CW. It's the home of the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. It's the Bordas and Bordas Hotline. We're coming back right after this.